Nudging is a concept which tries to achieve outcomes with non-forced compliance. It aims to influence the motives, incentives, and decision-making of groups and individuals. And it aims to do it in places where it can be more cost-effective, and sometimes just plain more effective than just direct instruction or legislation or enforcement. People will mistakenly claim that they are doing nudges whenever they use biases to rationalize an intervention. This is not nudge theory. Just because it is an attempt to influence people's judgment, choice, or behavior that is motivated by cognitive boundaries or biases does not make it a nudge. To count as a mere nudge, the intervention must be easy and cheap to avoid. Nudges are not mandates. Putting fruit at an eye level counts as a nudge. Banning junk food does not. Implementing nudge policy goes by another name: Libertarian Paternalism. This name is usually not popular with just about anyone. Most people don't like those crazy libertarians, and most people don't like the idea of those harsh paternalists when it is stated so blatantly. Nudging is popularized in the movement in part because it attempts to market to both Republicans and Democrats, though. They are trying to pull the positives from both sides. There's a real basis here for crossing partisan divides, says Thaler and Sunstein. Republicans who are skeptical of eliminating options and reducing freedom rejoice. Democrats who want to help people, but in a smart way, have an option now. Thaler and Sunstein claim to be serious about the libertarian element in the introduction to nudge. When we say liberty preserving, we really mean it. Libertarian paternalists want to make it easy for people to go on their own way. They do not want to burden those who want to exercise their freedom. And then again, on page 10, they say, we favor nudges over commands, requirements, and prohibition. Thaler and Sunstein also try to limit our concern about the fatal conceit of government officials knowing better than you or I about how to live our own lives by supporting policies only that, quote, make choosers better off as judged by themselves. Again, to quote Thaler and Sunstein, they say, if people want to smoke cigarettes, to eat a lot of candy, to choose an unsuitable healthcare plan, or to fail to save for retirement, libertarian paternalists will not force them to do otherwise, or even make things hard for them to do otherwise. In behavioral economics, there's lots of talk about all kinds of things that are anomalies in our ways of thinking, all kinds of biases. That is the program of behavioral economics. We are supposed to make errors in extreme discounting of the future. We are supposed to not weigh risks accurately or consistently. We're way too influenced by the status quo. We seemingly make decisions based on what is in front of us, what prototypes we can think of, and less information than we'd think we are basing our decisions off of constantly has a higher magnitude than it really should. There are biases all around us, according to behavioral economics. So why not nudge? Why not allow policy to help us make the decisions we really want to make, to overcome our biases? Libertarian paternalism thinks that nudges could be used to help us make the choices we would really like to make, without forcing us to do so, nor limiting our options.